The body positivity community lost a good member recently. This extreme eating TikTok star has died at the age of 24. No word yet, as the community has no idea what the cause of death might be. Good evening and welcome to We Lie to You News. Tonight's top stories include Pride Month crashing at the box office, what a $50 million wedding in Italy looks like for Jeff Bezos, Alligator Alcatraz opens in Florida, new vaccine science, and more. But starting with, it was a dream 3-day wedding celebration in Venice for Jeff Bezos and now Mrs. Botox Bezos. Bezos' new wife Lauren Sanchez is molecularly made up of 2 parts Botox to every 1 part human. And as you can see in her before and after facial mutilation photos, she looked entirely too human for a demonic wedding. So since then, she's made some really good choices to achieve the natural look of a chemically induced paralyzed face that's been stung by hundreds of bees. And their guest list was filled with A-list celebrities that we're sure have deep and meaningful actual friendships with Bezos and Botox Bezos. With Bill Gates, Oprah, the Kardashians, Usher, and Leonardo DiCaprio, it was apparently a Diddy Epstein reunion themed wedding. And of course, as many of the attendees are very concerned climate activists, they parked their private jets alongside the other 90 private jets that came in for the wedding. And if you need any more proof that these elites are genuinely concerned about the climate, most of these people also have purchased very expensive beachside properties, which according to them will soon be underwater. Side note, here's a time-lapse of Dubai sea levels dramatically rising to the exact same level they've been for the past 40 years due to climate change. We wish Jeff Bezos and the future second richest woman in the world a happy honeymoon. And in other news, President Trump was in Florida recently to attend the grand opening of Alligator Alcatraz, a detention facility for illegal immigrants that is surrounded by a moat filled with alligators. An idea taken from uncivilized medieval times, yet somehow is a step forward in civilization for most Floridians. Here's what Trump had to say about Alligator Alcatraz.
Snakes are fast, but alligators are, but we're going to teach them how to run away from an alligator, okay?
And when our correspondent on the ground at the event asked President Trump for further comment, he responded by saying, "I can't wait to see someone get eaten. I don't know if alligators like Mexican food, but we're gonna find out in a big way." Moving along. Pride Month has officially come to a close and it had the lowest ratings of people pretending to give a shit in years. But all was not lost. The Minneapolis Pride Parade had the gayest man they could find as their Grand Marshal, and Toronto featured a Pride Parade with all naked people so the children watching could see them better. And according to the Babylon Bee, that was followed by a disinfectant parade and lots of childhood trauma. And we'd like to commend all the parents who took their children to see the Pride Parade so they could have the opportunity to get a closer look at men like this. In aviation news, a Polish airline was proud to announce their first flight with an all-female flight crew as a symbol of women's empowerment. And here's that plane landing. Almost flipped over, but not quite. So the all-female flight crew didn't kill everyone. At least not yet. Just their first flight. In other news, RFK Jr. has frozen the US funding of Gavi, Bill Gates' vaccine group. RFK demands that Gavi stop censoring questions and start measuring actual health outcomes, rather than just pushing mass vaccinations. Really quite appalling, if I may say so. RFK withholding funding from this important work will likely result in outcomes that concern the man who wants to depopulate the world, as you can see in this video clip.
Of these cases that came in for autopsy after vaccination, 73.9% of individuals, it was determined that the vaccine was the cause of death.
Was that the right clip? I feel like that wasn't the right clip. A mental health study out of Stanford paid 35,000 people to quit social media. They found that quitting Facebook was 15% as effective as therapy, while quitting Instagram was 22% as effective as therapy. Meanwhile, a Harvard study found that if your dad can't bench 225, you actually have 2 moms. That's it for today's news. Humanity is going in a great direction.
This is a queer fat club I'm queer and fat.
Okay, thank you for joining.
That's pretty good. Good night. I don't know about you, but I'm someone who cares about having good energy throughout the day and a strong, functioning, healthy body. And that means that fatigue, junk food cravings, slow metabolism, and nutrient deficiencies are my #1 enemy. And the best way to remove those enemies is with one of the most nutrient-dense foods on the planet, grass-fed beef liver. But my problem with that had always been convenience. I don't have the time to make liver every day. Plus, I don't really like the taste of it. But luckily, I learned how to solve that problem with Ancestral Supplements grass-fed beef liver. It's an easy, convenient, and potent way to bring nature's multivitamin into your everyday nutrition. It keeps my energy high, mental clarity sharp, metabolism fast, and my cravings for crap non-existent. A lot of people suffer with their metabolism and body shape because they have so many junk food cravings. But what they don't realize is a lot of cravings are actually just driven by nutrient deficiencies, and grass-fed beef liver takes care of that. If you want to quickly and easily bring one of the most nutrient-dense foods on the planet into your life, grab your grass-fed beef liver at ancestralsupplements.com/awaken. And for 15% off, use the discount code AWAKEN. Enjoy.